Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Today is December 22nd. The winter solstice today, the shortest day of the year. The nights have been long, and now the nights are going to start getting shorter. So welcome to the show. Our weather brought to us by Drew Pollard's company, Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, and the hardworking crew up there. We're looking at a high today of only 62, a low of 40 here on the coast. Inland, you'll be throwing some logs on the fire. And I'm going to be doing it here on the coast also. Water temperature is still 66 degrees. Later on, I'm going to show you what the temperature was this time last year, the water temperature. Our river reading is brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. We're looking at the Apalachicola Bluntstown 9.5. It's going to be fairly high now, and it's getting on up there. And the Choctawhatchee, talking about getting on up there, look at the Choctawhatchee at Caryville, 11.5. So we have some high water for Christmas weekend, so you might want to just stay around the house. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Again, as we talked about all week, good tides. Now next week's going to be neap tides. But today, the low tide is at 9:18. It's coming on in until about 10:58 tonight. Our wind will still be fairly strong, north-northwest, at about 8 to 10. All right, we're going to take a break and come back with our other segment. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So glad you're with us this morning. We're getting closer to Christmas and all kinds of things to share with you. But let's take a look at some pictures. This very special one right here we'll start with. Check out Carol Miller. She and her family watch the show. They've been with us a very long time. She sent us this little email. Hello. We love the new gray Panhandle Outdoors shirt so much. We use them for our family holiday photo. Thanks to Travis for getting a new color in. We also have to give a shout out to Chad Gainey, the chainsaw sculptor who transformed a hurricane-damaged oak tree. Happy holidays, Carol. And check this out, folks. Isn't that a great Christmas? Look at there. Look at that carving there. And check out those Panhandle Outdoors shirts. Look at there. Carol, thank you for sharing that with us. And I got a chainsaw. I don't think they did the work. I think they're just posing right here. Isn't that cool? All right. Now, excuse me. What I want to do next. I put all this stuff together last night. I said, well, let's do a little segment. I'll do the photos this first section. Let's do a little segment of just picking out maybe the best pictures, some of the best pictures of the year. Well, as I go through it, I realize I erase a lot of them. I just can't keep them all on here. But I did have some, and they're special. I try to do one a month, and I did save some of them. So and it's sort of in order from January to right now. And I'm going to show one. I'm going to show my first one's going to be a family one. This is last January. This is Whitney home with us, and her old tennis shoes by the fireplace, but she just fell asleep when she was a little girl. She would fall asleep by the fireplace, and that's the old fire. And I'm looking forward to getting that going again tonight. And but anyway, that one is just special to me. Okay, this is one of Tess Randall Jolly's pictures. I just thought these are the turkeys up there, and what a great professional photograph of the turkeys and all. I mean, that's just really cool. Tess Randall Jolly. Okay, Wendy and I we just planted some trees. That's Whitney helped me plant trees. I always plant trees. This is special to me. Ray Jones up there and outside of Huntsville, Alabama. His family actually one of the founders of Huntsville. We spent the weekend, spent some time with Ray Jones, his family, but he bagged his 400th and 401st turkey. He's been hunting for 60 years, and that's just special. Jones Valley up there in Huntsville, Alabama, and what an avid turkey hunter. Okay, this is Mike Edwards catching a little mess of brim for dinner. Not bad for a few hours at the Little River. Put in an Ebro. And this is when he's thinking about naming his lure that he carved out. He's thinking about naming it the Panhandle Rattler right there. So that's what he ended up naming it, the Panhandle Rattler. Okay, let's see. This is one of my favorite pictures. This is Gail's screensaver. And with Carl Andrews, we just had a wonderful morning of fishing there down outside of Weevil on the big river. and not too far from Florida River. Here we are. There's my buddy Carl right there. Then we got another picture of him. What a great day, Carl. We got to do that again next year now. Okay. This was special. We did our 4,000th show, and this was just special to us. We're very thankful to have done that, and with that, we could not have done it without this great staff and you viewers and the advertisers. This was when Lake Jackson dried up. Chris Paxton sent this to me, and you're talking about, this is Lake Jackson and Tallahassee. PBS and all these big TV shows came down there, and it does it on occasion. We talked about it, but anyway, the series of pictures was just awesome. I mean, look, I had plans to go over there, but I called over there and it said it started filling back up, so I didn't want to go. Plus, they had very restricted access. I think I could have gotten in with a press pass, but it was still, anyway, still sort of, okay, I thought this was funny. Still, having a dog named Shark at the beach was a mistake, okay? And I want to give a shout out. Steve Rogers came on the show, and I saw him the other day, and he made those customized rods. I think he said he done 6 or 7 off him being on the show. So I'm proud. That's a win-win for everybody. And here's the one he made for me. I'm just really proud of that. And Panhandle Outdoors colors. And our scalloping trip with our good friends, that was just a special 4 or 5 days we got to do with that group right there. That's a good group of folks. We just had the best time. And here we are eating them and all. Y'all saw that, eating them. And I'm going to end it with this one. This was, I took this picture, not a professional photograph, but this was just one morning, and actually one afternoon because the sun's behind me. Anyway, it was just cool. So that was, we just had a ton of pictures, and I was really glad to do them, but I erased a lot of them. I don't know how to save them. I'd probably need to save them, but it didn't take so long to go through them. So anyway, I just shared those with you. Okay, our schedule, I'm going to go ahead and give you our schedule for when we take off for Christmas break. Jeff and I have got together, and Jeff is doing a lot of hard work putting this together, but we're going to work through the 23rd, and the Christmas Eve show, that's going to be the highlight, the best of 21. Then we're going to start off with the brim fishing trip on Christmas Eve, okay? Then we have the snapper, redfish coming up with Verl Raffield on that Monday. Tuesday will be the interview with Buck Buchanan. Wednesday, the sea quarter fishing tournament, that's always a highlight. Next Thursday will be the Mexico Beach Artificial Reef Association. We did Tennessee Chuck with the naming that reef after him. That was a good show. The 31st will be the scallop, doing some of the scalloping. That was a highlight. And then also a quail hunt. And it's just these are some of the best shows of 2021. So we have a good schedule worked out. We'll continue bringing stuff. We'll do the show today and tomorrow, and then we'll start off doing some really good Panhandle Outdoor highlights. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Glad you're with us. I know a lot of y'all have been exhausted from all the shopping. It's been funny listening to people and talking to different people on the Christmas shopping, and we're on the downhill side. I'm about finished with it. So it's been rewarding this year, and sort of having to search things out and find some cool things. I know y'all have done the same thing. Now, I'm putting our shows together for our holiday and all, and for the best of 21. We put full shows together. That's when we do a full video of the whole show. But there's so many like little segments that we can't get to you. We just a lot of times can't get them together. But a lot of little segments, like 5 minutes or 8 minutes, whatever. We're going to show you a partial one today. It's going to be that interview I did with Mike Edwards making that Panhandle Rattler. It's like a 15-minute interview. We couldn't get it all in, but we're going to put. We're just going to run 10 minutes of it, and y'all may remember it, but it's definitely worth showing again the talent that Mike Edwards has and what he does with this. So we're going to roll this video for 10 minutes, and we'll be back for the last segment. So Jeff, let's roll it.
I'll hold on to him after I get him wet with sealing him up.
Okay.
I'm just going to seal it up so it's a sealed up piece of wood and won't be getting messed up.
Okay. So you should just dip them in there.
Just dunk them down in there like that.
Okay.
See how pretty he looks after you get him colored?
Oh, beautiful. Look at that, all natural. Okay, so this is your, that's your drying area?
Let him dry, yeah. Now these are dry now. They've been out here long enough. They're dry. See, I left that one. This is a cedar one. I left him so I could see the raw wood, because sometimes I'll get them painted and I don't know which wood it is.
Okay.
And I wanted to keep these, because I'm going to put these in my boat.
Okay.
But I started out, I sprayed him white, then I glossed over him with gold, and then I put my net stuff on him and then I put used my black with a little green in it across the back. Take the net off of it. I've used my stencil to do the eye and the gill and the little fin. And then to put the bars on it, put a hairbrush, a comb over it, and lightly spray it like that.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
made the little bars. But I've got so many coats of stuff on it, it doesn't look like the bars are, it kind of looks like they're floating in there.
That is beautiful.
Because you can, with the airbrush, you can layer coats of paint. I couldn't do that before.
Okay.
I tried to cut some gills in him and cut out where the fin is.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing around. Not trying to be fancy about nothing. And nobody will probably want that one because I didn't do a very good job of it, but I'll fish with
I
it.
still think it's pretty.
I'll take it to the creek and fish with it because they do catch fish.
They'll catch a fish.
Right now I'm just experimenting with different colors, learning how to use that thing. See that one, these, you can see he's got some blue. I sprayed him with white, misted him over with blue, put some lime green on the bottom of him.
That's something. That's very creative.
I'm just, yeah. Somebody's got some good color patterns. Let's paint some. This one, I fished with it before I painted. This was a stencil paint job on it to begin with. I fished with it many times, caught fish on it, beat him up, banged him up, had scratch marks and teeth all over it. So I took him apart and repainted him. Looking again.
Yeah, if so they don't like them, just repaint them, huh?
That's right.
Okay, so we got them here. So you got it. So the next stage is the painting stage.
Yeah. Well, see, once I'll paint these to get them like these.
Right.
And then I come back, and that's when I glue the lips and all in them. Once I get the lips glued in them, then I can come back, and after that dries, I can put the hardware on him, and it's ready to go fishing then.
Okay. So these over here you did all at one time, basically.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you put the lip in and then the hardware in that order.
Right. Yeah. That's right. That's in my notch.
Okay. Next step, we're getting ready to glue the lip in. I was just sort of cleaning out the notch.
All that stuff that comes out. Yeah. Okay, that was going to work. I used to mix up 5-minute epoxy to do this,
Yeah.
but I've learned it's easier to do it with this, and I think this might even be a little stronger.
How about that?
That's a tight fit. I do that on purpose. Otherwise, it'll flop around in there while it's drying, and it's hard to get it to stay straight. And now I'm trying to make sure it lines up. So, because the next step, after I put the hardware, I take them to like Deer Point Lake or somewhere and tune them. Chunk them to make sure they swim straight, and tune them. Once they swim straight, they're ready to go fishing for somebody to take fishing.
So you do on the water testing.
Oh yeah, I want them to work before I let anybody have them. If they don't work, I'll take them apart and put them back together and try to make them work again. Well, that one right there is, yeah, find my little hole I drilled. I'll set it up here like that and just let it dry. Now tomorrow, I can put the hardware on it. And see, I've already pre-drilled my holes,
Okay.
so I know where the spot is. I'll get it started. hear the BB flop, 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 flop as I do that.
Yeah.
And all right, these things here, I think I'll go ahead and put this in the front. I like to put my nose cap on there.
The nose cap, all right.
I do that on the front and the back. Try to line my hole up with the eye hole. You go in there and I can feel it when I drill the hole, hit it.
Okay.
It's going to take really something really strong to tear that apart.
Yeah, I'll say.
That screw goes that far up in him. That goes way up in that bait.
Okay. Yeah, that's a long one.
Mm-hmm. I'll put this. Oh, I can do that now too. Now this has been drying like this, so if I just pull this out, it's going to tear up the end of it here. So I have to kind of scribe it around the edge of my epoxy.
Okay.
And twist it, and then it comes out and makes a nice clean hole without making a mess.
That's a good little secret there, trade secret. Wow. You learned all this by trial and error?
That's right. I learned that you have to put the wood, you can throw a dowel in the water, and you'll notice it'll spin until the grain gets just right and it'll level out. That's how I did these. That's why I want the grain horizontal with the surface of the water. I'll try to put the heavy grain on the bottom so it'll always upright itself.
What a great point. And I know no one thinks about that. Wow.
No, I didn't think about it either at first. I threw my bait out there and it laid over on its side. I go, well, that's not going to work. Okay. Now if I had the rest of my, I'm ready for some hardware.
Wow. Got all of it set.
See, so pop him in there. And when I spin it around, it's all together. I don't have to do that twice.
Okay.
We'll have a complete bait here in a minute. I'll just use the wrong size.
Okay.
That was giving me a hard time. I think I got it clipped on. Let's see. Yeah, it's in.
All right. Wow.
I made these baits skinnier than I made some of my others.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I would like to put these spinner tails on them, like you see on the Bangalore.
Uh-huh.
But they weren't floating. Let's see, I'll put another one on here. Try not to mess up my lip that I'm gluing in. Getting glue on me.
Okay, so look at here. He got it in the water test.
It floats.
It's floating.
It does what I want it to do. Tomorrow, that bait right there will be ready to take to the water, tune, and go fishing.
Okay, I'll go catch a bass.
Yeah.
Welcome back, and isn't that some amazing talent right there to do that hand carving? I want to encourage you to get one of those because it's so, you just don't get that much anymore. So thank you, Mike Edwards, for doing that. You can order those through the shop. All right, and all kind of Father's Day, Mother's Day coming up. I'm going to make a great present. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. 1:14 to 3:14 this morning and this afternoon after lunch. 1:38 to 3:38. So I've been thinking, I was wanting to do one more drawing. I know it's sort of last minute, but listen, they're open at Tarpon Dock because they're selling a bunch of oysters. Oysters and the coastline of Christmas just goes hand in hand, and everybody always has oysters for Christmas. We talked about in the old days how the early settlers would just they just had a little oyster roast, and everybody would get together. And so you can still go down there. So if you get drawn today, this is the very last drawing for 2021. So let's take a look at it real quick. And we're only going to draw 2. By the way, if you have a business or something, want to give away things on our Friday drawing on occasion, I'll do it every week, we'll be glad to do it. And we'll start registration when we get back. We'll start sending names in, okay? We won't do it during the Christmas holidays. I don't think I'll get Gail to work. The winner, $20 gift certificate from St. Joe Beach, Judy Corbin. And a big red snapper to cook on Christmas Eve. You better hurry up and get it. Let's see. Here we go. The very last one this year is going to be from Panama City Beach, Stan Bourne. All right. That takes care of our drawings, and congratulations on that. Next year, we'll have a chance. We're going to do a lot more prizes. I still have some mystery tackle boxes, and we're still going to be giving things away next year. But we'll send your names in after Christmas in January. We'll start it out. Got to wrap it up for today. Got a special show tomorrow. You don't want to miss tomorrow's show. And you just do something good for someone today. Enjoy the great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.